Hello everyone, Burton's back. We're continuing with our Hightower series. Apologies for the delay in uploads of videos, I've been a little bit busy, but now I should be able to get a few out at least over this weekend, I'd imagine. So where did we end up last time? Well, we ended up cementing some of our alliances. We made sure that we kept the Florence on side. I believe it was... who was it? Helena? That sounds familiar. There we go. So she is now betrothed to Quinton, which is really good, so that gives us a little bit of time there. In regards to other things itself, we are still waiting for a couple of our other sort of truces and not truces, alliances to come to fruition. So we've got Gerald there, he's going to marry one of the Redwinds, and we've got Ralph, who isn't really attached to anyone. Unfortunately, he's died. He died as a stillborn. So what's the plan? Where are we up to? So we've got Layla. Layla is currently in Manderford, trying to get ourselves a little bit of claim on some land. Speaking of claims, we currently don't have any to actually push right now. That's due to the fact that we've just taken some lands over from the Tarleys. So what we have to decide now is who to actually give these lands to. Now it's a question that I have been thinking about a decent answer to. Perhaps it would be worthwhile giving it to one of our vassals, but we don't want to give it to someone who's already a lord. Oh, what's this? Oh, she's already fabricated a document, that's excellent, so we're going to use that straight away, that's great. So we've now got something on the Manderfords. In regards to Middleby, that's ours, Vaughan Crag's ours, so it's pretty much Summerseat and Horn Hill. Summerseat we have tried and we've tried and we're not really getting anywhere with it, so I'm going to give up on that right now. We're going to continue with this for a little bit. That reminds me, Lannisters, what are you up to? It's Tommen. There we go. It's Alicent Hightower. So she's going to get married to Tommen in that's a good few years yet. So we can't make any move on the Reach until at least we have their support. Now with the Manderford though, as we can see, it's not a particularly strong province, but the important thing is, it is a province of King Mern. King Mern himself has Westbrook as well, and he's got Smallwood, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Bardsholm itself is of similar strength to Manderford, so maybe that should be the next target. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go for Hornhill. Hornhill is one of the major power bases for the Tarleys. As we all know, the Tarleys are allied to King Mern, so we need to really take him out of the equation, so to speak. Before we do so, we are going to be in a little bit of problem if we don't allocate these lands to someone. Right this moment, a lot of our vassals are pretty much happy. Would it be worthwhile seeing who we actually got in our court? We've got Luther. Well, he's an imbecile, so we're not going to give him anywhere. Ideally, we just want someone who would be faithful to us in a way. We don't want someone, as soon as we give him the land, to all of a sudden turn around and declare that he's not interested in being our vassal. That's, you know, that's what we don't want. But Leighton. Well, he's a very good marshal, brilliant commander, zealous, family person, rough, and he's trusting as well. He's got a really good opinion of me. He's fulfilled a marriage wish with a Master of Coin. Well, we don't want to necessarily send our Master of Coin away. Mina, Alpha, Randall, Situel, Samwell. He's our Master of Arms. I think perhaps, let's just make sure. Oh, he is ambitious. I don't want to give land to someone who's ambitious. That's a shame, he would have been okay. It might be worthwhile just paying to get some some random people into my court, and we can try and allocate them some lands, and we see where we go from there. Right now we don't have too many people. Randall of the Citadel, who are you? Well, he's ruthless, so we don't want him, and he's paranoid. So it's a bit slim pickings, really. Let's invite a new courtier to court. We're going to go with someone who is good with words. Lord Bamford. We should... Alright, so we're getting someone called Tommen. Right, so let's keep an eye out for Tommen. Where are you, Tommen? Have you even come along yet? No, where have you gone to? I think he might just be one of these horrible people you pay all that money for, and he's not even any good at the thing you wanted him to be good at. So, maybe we're not going to get anyone of any decency. Who is this guy? Russell, he's a master. I mean, maybe it might be worthwhile to see if we've got someone a bit closer to home. So, Norman the Laughing Bee, he supports us there. We could potentially give him Darkdale. Let's have a look at him. He's a knight, trained fighter, he's craven, rude, greedy. Well, that's fine. He isn't ambitious, which is fine by me. What about the uplands? Torrance Peak. I quite like the Ambroses. Perhaps give the Ambrose Hunt Hills. Because as you can see, their line of succession is pretty much his siblings right now. And then it's me, so he's only 11 years old. I'll get people off our backs. And he's fairly loyal to us. We'll give it to the kid. So grant you a landed title, and we'll give you as Hunt Hills. There we go, so that's him on side with us pretty much now. We really need to get rid of one other. Let's have a look at the strength of them two. 827, 827. So they're very even. I know there's a lot more to looking at the strength of a region rather than just having a look at its levy. But personally I think we are going to be going to war very soon, so it's going to be worthwhile checking out who's going to be the stronger of the regions. I think economy wise, it looks like Darkdale's going to be the strongest, so it'll be Farncrag we're probably getting away from, or Thorncrag. Let's see how it goes. We'll speed things up a little bit. We do have a weak claim that we can press, and that's from a wife, and that's for North March. That's interesting. So what's happened in North March? So this is up here in Como area. Let's double check. So that's this area here, these four regions it looks like. That might be worthwhile pressing. Declare on a character attacking an ally would cost us 50 prestige. Yeah, they are an ally. That's a good point. Should we leave them, or should we take it? It's a good question. Como itself, 2,600 troops. I think they're pretty much always going to come to the aid of my wife. Just have to make sure we keep them on side. I'm not going to press it. Only because I like to have allies. If we're going to take over the Reach, we need to have some loyal vassals. And hopefully, the Florents are going to be one, the Red Winds are going to be another, and the Ospreys are going to continue as well. So that's the whole idea anyway. We need to get rid of this other place now. Thorncrag it looks like. Or should we get rid of Middlebury? What's that like? Oh, that's terrible. In fact, let's get rid of Middlebury. Don't know why I was even debating that then. So who are we going to give this crap all to? There's Tom, and he's the guy who came over. He looks terrible, to be honest. I can't in good faith give it to this man, so we're going to have to find someone else. She's Master of Whisperers. You know what? You have to stay, we know that. Oh, so we can get Cockleswent. Who's that? Jana Peak. Do we really want to? Where is this place? Cockleworth. I know, it sounds great. It sounds like a place you actually want to spend some time with, doesn't it? Or Cockleswent even. Cockleworth, what am I talking? Do we really want to get involved in these? That's the entire thing there. See, that's the whole of the Peak District, so to speak. So it's Mathis who's currently on there. Mathis, he's not going too bad with us right now. He doesn't like the king at all. This woman is Jana Peak. Jana Peak is married to Sir John of Blackcrown, and he's a Bulwer. So the Bulwers are down here. So the Bulwers are actually one of my vassals. And that might be something we're interested in. Let's go ahead and try that. We're going to try and claim it. We're not going to call for assistance from allies. Let's see how many people they can bring up first and foremost. Not an awful lot at all. We'd probably be able to do this with just our standard troops, I think. Yeah, that should be enough. We'll get all them up to Middlebury. We'll just reinforce them with these guys here. I think this should be done fairly quick, this one. I don't see anything happening unless... No, they don't have any allies. So I think that might be good for us. We can get ourselves a little bit of a power base in this area now. I'm not going to rush straight into this. I'm going to let them gather their troops. We'll make it as even a fight as they want to make it. I'm pretty sure that we'll have the better general. And obviously, we're going to have to pick our terrain. So what have we got round here? We've got somewhere there. It's got a river flowing between Bardholm. And looks like they're actually going to just stay in New Barrow. They're not actually moving. So who's going to lead this? Well, we're going to have Leighton lead it. And we'll have the man with no name. I don't know what that's about. Well, we won't have him. We'll have Hector can lead it on the other side, and we'll have Leighton. Oh no, Leighton was there in the centre. We can't have Randall there. We're going to have the man who was never given a name. What poor guy. His mother didn't love him. Right, so here we go then. Let's crack on and let's send our men marching over to New Barrow. Now, like I say, this will be over fairly fast, I'd imagine. I don't see too much problems coming up here. They've got a lot of heavy infantry. Oh, they're on the move. Where is it they're going to? Oh, what's happening here? So they're attacking Edmund of Riverrun. Now the interesting thing about that is they're backing the Lannisters. That's who we're trying to get a bit of an alliance with, so we're going to have to do a bit more work there to secure that alliance. Especially if the Tyrells are backing them right now. Oh, sorry, the Gardeners are backing them right now. Right, so we've landed. They've moved over to Cider Hall now, well out of the way. We're just gonna hit them in the rear and hopefully take them as fast as we can here. I mean, this will be one thing that I would imagine they wouldn't be able to do too much about. And here we go. So we've got Master Ryman, New Barrel, and Orton. Never heard of any of them, and I don't think they're going to be able to do too much at all. Looks like they're botching some harassment there. Yeah, they're not doing too well at all. My beloved wife, Violet's constantly bored and keeps talking about the new fashion she's heard about. Now she wants me to introduce it at court. Okay, I'll consider it. Get back to the battle though. Right, so their flanks are both crumbled, as has their centre. That's that pretty much over, it looks like. So they're still running away. We're going to just chase them into Inchfield. We're going to finish off the battle here. It's a good point for us to gauge the strength of the Gardeners right now. It looks like they've called up a few more men. It's not going to make any difference whatsoever. We'll march on New Barrel and we'll end this once and for all. Now the good thing about doing things like this is we are only going to get stronger. And every sort of alliance we make within this region, every sort of piece of land we take, it's going to diminish the alliances that the Gardeners actually have, so the people who can actually come and help them. Rather than besieging, we're just going to go straight after battles, try and finish this quickly and decisively. Yeah, it's just their basic army, they have turns now. Take care of these quickly. Oh, might be able to offer it so far. Yes, they are totally beaten. So there we go. That's ended. Disband our troops. And now we have very, very good relations with Lady Jana Peak. So, that's established our friends on another front for us now. And we're continuing in our tradition of making friends and alliances and gaining some more power. So the question is, what next? Where are we going to go? Is it worthwhile going ahead with our claim on the Manderford as it is? Perhaps not. Because right now, Mern, he doesn't care about us one way or another, as you can see. If we take Manderford, it might make him aware of our intentions. So perhaps that isn't the thing to do for now. Perhaps instead, we need to have a look at other places. Just depends who's actually his strongest supporters. So Edwin of Westbrook. That's pretty much it. No one too impressive at all. I think we're going to leave it at that. So this is going to be where we end up for now. And I'm actually quite happy how it's going so far. Before we do finish this episode, let's have a little check over here to see if there's been any movement. No. Nothing at all. He's quite happily sitting on Dragonstone from our last reports. And that being said, that's going to be the end of this episode, so thanks for watching guys, and welcome aboard all you new subscribers. Cheers.